Good morning, everybody. This is Tricky Dicky speaking. How are you? With a fist held high. Right. Quick thing, just to update you again. Sorry about the sort of depressing vlog of the last one. Yeah, a few things cropped up in my head, and yeah. Anyway, moving on. Yeah. So this is a quick update to say that my other computer recently sort of didn't want to play, so I had to restore it entirely. All my files were kept except obviously anything sort of app related like Steam or Origin or anything like that. So all the saved files for Steam, for example, disappeared, were gone. So games like Half-Life, oh gosh, there's oh god, what's that called? There's a bartender one. Yes, hopelessly remembering names of games that I played doesn't help. Never mind, and so forth. So with that, I think I've decided to stick to one machine, which is my main machine in this room where I am now. So the next sort of installments of games I want to play is Half-Life Source again. Upon realisation, I can actually just select the level where I left off, so I can continue from there, but I won't have the necessary weapons I had in the previous save on the other computer. But that doesn't matter. I will carry on from that point, from that level, irregardless, because it's a damn good game. I think I prefer, I would say, the original Half-Life to Half-Life Source. In fact, there was a HD edition, which is Generations, which had all of the games, including Counter-Strike, Blue Shift, Opposing Force. But the weapons were slightly better, and actually Source, let me just move that mouse out of the way, and actually the Source version had incorporated the generational weapons into it, except the only snag is there are no reload sounds, not that I could see with the, God, what's it, the, is it the M16 or the M15? Probably isn't even called that, but it's a grenade launcher doodad attachment to it. So anyway, that's talking about Half-Life and my other computer being a complete and utter arse. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Pull all the games from there. I say pull, I mean sort of, I'll have to restart them on this computer, so it'll be afresh. And that will probably be the best thing for me as well. Other news, I don't know whether I should mention it at all. I've been it's a bit of a personal note, sort of a family sort of issue. Well, not issue, but occurrence. Not occurrence. Trying to find the right words. See, big words don't help. If I shorten the words, maybe it will make things more understandable. Yeah. So a couple of months ago. Well, I'll say recently. In fact, it was a week after my birthday. My auntie, she passed away. Those of you who don't know or are possibly unaware, her name was Natalie Evans, and she was the proprietor of Twycross Zoo, along with Molly Badham, who passed, gosh, 2006, 2007, I can't remember exactly. But they both worked together to achieve something great and sustainable. And in fact, that's how they both met. Oh shit, can't remember. Names and places aren't brilliant to me at all. But they were. They met in a place, and they were this close, or this far apart to each other. I think, did they both have sort of a pet store, or did Natalie have? My auntie Nat, did she have a pet store? And they both met together, and they formed what is now Twycross Zoo. So sorry if I can't get any sort of the names of the places right. Note to self: must read book. Molly's Zoo, and also there have been a plethora of documentaries. One on Channel 5 a while ago, which I'm very proud to say my mum was a part of. She was interviewed for the programme. And that kind of thing, that made me feel very good, actually. You know, as I said, it made me feel quite proud of. We'll go back to Auntie Nat and Molly again, their achievements, and also Mum for being on the telly. There's a happy note. And she was also on the radio, as well as there was BBC Radio 4 programme about the greats that have left us, and Auntie Nat was one of them, and she was top of the list. So that's amazing to hear and listen to. But oh dear, but she'll be a great. She will be missed. That's what I'm trying to say. Words. And we are having, we're having a memorial for her at Twycross Zoo. But I'm not going to give any dates or information away. But I think, for those of you who know, do attend. For those who don't, there will be something for you to catch up with, or if you want to ask me any questions, feel free to. So yeah, but she did a lot of good. I keep forgetting Molly as well. They both did a lot of good for the zoo. They were quite keen to be on television. Every time there was a camera out anywhere on the zoo, it'd be right to the car, and we'd be driving straight onto the field or onto the grass patch. And I think, am I right in saying that Nat was always wanted to be on television, or was it Molly? I can't remember. I know they both had the same sort of feelings towards it, but she was straight out the car, either one of them, and they were like, right, I'm going to be on TV. And that was something that I remember as at a very young age. But the zoo has changed so much. Compared to my childhood, and it's bonkers. It's not bonkers. It's absolutely fantastic. That's not what I meant. What I meant to say is it's incredible how the things have changed. So I wanted to try and at least do maybe like a video for Nat. But again, my sort of skills and maybe I don't need to edit. Perhaps I don't need to do one. It's just being there, to honour her in our memories, and and hers, going on into the next life. So, I mean, obviously we've got the memorial coming up, but we had her main sort of funeral, a couple of weeks back, and it's a situation. It's these sort of situations that I'm not overly, keen on, because again, as I mentioned in the social disorders vid, I sort of hate being put into those sort of not quite spotlight situations, but it's the feeling of loss. It's a thing that everybody has to bear with, and I'm one of those persons or people that finds it difficult. And even now, I'm struggling to talk about it, because I tend not to speak to anybody about it. I keep it all tucked up in here. But I'm guessing doing a video and talking about it does actually help me, and it may help others as well, to come forward and say, yeah, I feel the same way. But you have to know that there are people out there that you can talk to. Hell, you can talk to me, but start a conversation. It might be hard for all of us, but there we go. We have to carry on. We have to keep going. And the main thing is to stay positive. And that's I tend to hide my emotions, almost like a blank slate, because I don't want people to see how I feel, what I'm feeling, and I don't want to feel, or I don't want to be seen as weak. But then again, I don't want to be seen as, oh, he's a big man, oh, he thinks he can do this, or he's hard, and he's not saying anything because he feels that way. That's not the case at all. It's the fact that, as I said, I find things difficult, and I don't think the majority of people understand this, and because I don't speak out, therein lies the problem. I know I moved on from Antinat and the Zoo. Like Eddie Izzard, I sort of talk about one subject and then go off on a tangent, and then about 2 hours later come back to the original point that I was talking about, which doesn't help at all. So that encompasses all of that so far. If you feel that you want to ask me questions, or you feel that this vlog has slightly confused you or baffled you, or indeed any other items that I've done on my channel, if you feel they confuse you at all, or you want to ask questions, please do. Whether you be in the locality here in Abu Dhabi, or whether you be from afar, for example. There we go. I'd like to be that person who people can talk to. I can listen. I love to listen. If I don't have an opinion straight away, I may not. Obviously, I won't give it. There you go. But if I could be the shoulder you want to lean on. There you go. But yeah, so we've got that coming up next week. Antinat's Memorial. One or two things have already been approved by my parents. I don't even know what that is. Probably for the best, because I cannot. For example, like secrets. I cannot keep secrets. I cannot keep things. I tend not to keep things to myself. If it's something exciting or something, if there's something exciting, and I know what it is, I can't keep it to myself. But I always say to my dad, for example, "Oh, I've got something secret to I've got a secret to tell you, but I can't tell you." And he'd be looking at me at the driver's seat, going, "Right. So why did you tell me that?" I'm like thinking, "Because I really want to tell you." And he's like, "You're going to tell me anyway, aren't you?" "Yeah, of course I am. Of course I'm going to tell you." And actually, half the time it turns out to be, "Oh, hang on, I already know that." I said, "Oh, fine, I'll shut up." But anyway, I'm digressing because all emotions that have been tied up inside are now sort of slowly trying to resurface, and I think I'm trying to get away from the video because of this reason. And also, I'm going to be getting on with do some videos today, and also finalising my trip to Cambodia, Thailand now. Cambodia, Vietnam, and Laos. So I've got to get that all sorted today, hopefully. Oh, excuse me. Oh, crikey. And I shall also be meeting the folks later, which is good. I'm trying to, want to get the family back together, because we've had our ups and downs, and I was, like a bit of a twat. Excuse the French. Only at a very young age, but that's before we discovered, oh, he's probably got Asperger's, he's probably autistic. This is before that. And I used to sort of do things quite wrong, and just used to get shouted at quite a lot, and I just couldn't speak, and it's probably because I was, well, maybe frightened or something like that. I don't know. It's like a little mouse in the corner going, "Oh, don't hurt me." But now we know what we know. I want to try and make the effort and bring people together, and family as well. I will admit to you now that I say we. I'm gonna. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say that. Me and my dad don't have issues. I mean, we've had our issues. But and I don't say this often to him, or to Mum actually, that they've both been key and very integral to the upbringing of my life. Even if there are times that they just weren't there, and I had to sort of carry on my own. The fact is, I know secretly they do care, and I keep thinking that they don't care, which isn't true at all. Because I don't know what to say. I know exactly what I want to say, but I don't want to say it because I find it hard to say it, so I've got to write it down. So bear with me. I'm trying to do a capital Y, but it turned out to be a V for some reason, so there we are. Even now I'm shaking trying to write this down. So I'm gonna have to put this right up close to the camera. Sorry for all the angst I've caused in the past. There you go. I haven't written that down because this is big writing. So that's not a signature. This is. So basically, this is what I want to say to them, because they've helped me so much, and maybe I haven't appreciated that. I haven't shown that appreciation because I find it hard to say thank you or please, and I mean, don't take that the wrong way. This includes the general populace and not just home ground. And I don't want to seem like, I'm coming across as a complete. I don't want to come across as a bad guy, as the bad guy rather. I want to come across as, happy-go-lucky lad, and all bubbly and happy, and maybe can be a little less weird at times. That I apologise for. That's only because I'm trying to make the effort. But anyway, so this is what I want to say to each and every one of you, including my parents, because this is truth. This is how I feel. I cannot say one particular word there because I know it will just conjure up some sort of tearful monstrosity because it's true. So peace, just peace to everybody who we've all lost in the past, and I've got lost as well, and I don't want to feel I lose touch with any of you guys. So with that, this is what I want to say to you, Mum and Dad, and everybody out there for helping. And if you could see that, there you go. I haven't suddenly turned into the doctor and said, look, I am the health and safety officer. Oh, what's that? I don't know. Put that over there. So that's how I feel. And if I can't express it in words, then I would express it in videos. So with that, I know this vlog is excruciatingly long, but if you stuck with me, fantastic. If you haven't, if you think I bored you shitless, fine also. And I apologise. But this is just to say a goodbye to my auntie Natalie Evans, and obviously, there's one in the afterlife. I believe in the afterlife, by the way. So there you go, just to clarify that. So with that, thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for watching, and see you all in the next video. Okay, so cheerio.